Welcome back to Love to Live in the Temecula Valley. I'm your host, Catherine Materiali. I'm a realtor here in the Temecula Valley, and I love that I get to help people move here, get connected, and find a home that fits their life. I would love to help you do that too. When you're relocating to a new area, one of the biggest things to figure out is what day-to-day life is actually going to look like. Where will you grocery shop? Where's the closest CVS or Walgreens? Where are the doctor's offices and the places you'll run errands during a normal week? That's exactly why I'm doing this drive. Today, I'm taking you along Newport Road in Menifee, which is one of the main roads where a lot of everyday conveniences are located. I'm starting at the 215 Freeway exit at Newport Road, heading west to Murrieta Road, then turning around and heading back toward the freeway so you can see the shopping centers on both sides of the street. If you're thinking about living in Menifee, this tour will give you a realistic look at where you'll likely be doing a lot of your shopping and running errands. Before we dive in, hit that like button and subscribe so you can get all the updates we bring every week on the area. Now, let's get driving. Alrighty, friends, so you can see there people are getting off the freeway, and then this is Newport Road heading west. We're going to go check out that whole center here just to the right. That's right next to the freeway exit. And there's a bunch of stuff in here. So to the left are a couple of shopping centers that I've done previously. They're kind of the two big ones. So there's another video specifically for the drive-through of that particular shopping area, but I'm going to take you starting on this side, and we're going to first kind of basically with each of these shopping centers, I'm just going to loop you through and point out some things. The rest you can kind of see as we go. And then if you have any questions of like, what's this, what's that, or what if I'm looking for this, just shoot me a comment and I can give you more info. So Yellow Basket, that's a local thing. There are a few of these throughout the valley. And this is kind of just like your all-American diner if you want to go grab a burger or a bite to eat for breakfast, you know, your pancakes, egg sandwiches, things like that. And then in all of these strip malls, essentially across Newport Road, you've got things like this. You've got the, personal care places and all sorts of, locally owned businesses. I am a big advocate for supporting local businesses. And then you also have these kind of big commercial buildings, which will be a mixture of attorneys or healthcare, things like that. This is Texas Roadhouse, not a locally owned business, but this place gets hopping. Oh my gosh. You can have an hour wait easily on certain days and certain times. If you want to go get a good steak and not spend too much money, it's a great place. Right here to the left, this is a DaVita dialysis. You can't really see it. There's no big sign there, but there's a lot of things like that just throughout the valley, where if you need a certain sort of healthcare provision, you are not short of anything that you may need, whether or not it's something specific or just general practice. And then here we're going to loop through and you have another kind of professional center, and you can kind of peek here, but you've got like insurance people and attorneys and different healthcare providers. You'll have, and you can see there's also an urgent care location. That's a great thing to know. We always want to know where there's a local urgent care, just in case, something happens. You want to make sure that it's available. And then you can see kind of in the distance there, you can see also that there's specialists here too. So you've got an oral surgeon, you've got a rheumatologist. There's all sorts of different medical providers throughout this part of town. So whatever your need is, you're going to find a doctor here. And one of the questions that I always ask folks is when they start talking about, healthcare is, okay, are you a Kaiser person or there's the City Hall too. Just point that out really quick. But, are you a Kaiser person or are you something else? Because if you're Kaiser, then you just go to Kaiser. If you're something else, then you'll go to one of the other locations. that's super helpful to let me know. If you end up working with me, just let me know which one you are. That way I can kind of point you in the right direction. And then here's another medical plaza where yet again, you have all sorts of medical providers and specialists and such. This is, you can see the side of the building where I had already pointed out, that's where the rheumatologist is and things like that. So this backs up to that freeway exit. And this is that first kind of shopping area, well, shopping, like commercial area here right at the start of things. So if you live a little bit north, you can easily hop on the freeway, or you can, come down one of the side streets that flow through to Newport Road. If you're not a fan of hopping on the freeway, I do have a lot of clients that will maybe move to the Sun City part of Menifee and they don't want to get on the freeway. It's really nice to know that you don't have to get on the freeway to get over to your doctors. You can actually go back streets really easily. Now, to the right there is actually the school district offices. Don't know if you picked that up as I drove past. Actually, I think it was when we were coming out of one of the centers across the street. I'm going to take you in the back way here. A lot of this is newer. Like if you go on Google, this is just kind of a building that's not finished here to the right. But you have, yet again, different medical providers. And I'm going to loop you around because I don't know what it is, but every kid wants to go to Chick-fil-A. Right now, there's no line in this drive, but because of the time I was going, but oh my goodness, I don't know if you have Chick-fil-A where you live now, but our Chick-fil-A's and our In-N-Outs are just known for having really long lines. But I will tell you, they really move through it really quickly and they do such a good job. And the kids that they hire there are always so sweet. I just really love the attitudes that they have. So we're going to continue through this shopping center. And basically in here, you've got a collection of things. You've got different food places. I'm going to loop you to the left here so you can see the Circle K. So from that Newport Road, so this whole shopping center is called Newport Hub, this whole section here, right? You've got the tire place, America's Tire there to the left. And then we're going to circle through and cut through the Circle K. So there's different gas stations all along Newport Road. So if you want a price shop, or if you are hopping on the freeway, or you want to have one closest to you, you're going to have plenty of gas stations to pick from all along Newport Road, which you'll see as we drive through all of these different shopping centers. And then you can see here, I'm actually going to take you back around and you can see Five Guys and Jersey Mike's, and we're going to loop through and, let you see that. So Flame Broiler, there's a tea place over there that I'll show you, which has like boba and tea. Boba is really, really popular in our area. I'm not sure if it's popular by you. My daughter is all about going for a boba drink. She prefers the chewy boba over the popping boba. I don't know. What's your preference? Drop a comment and let me know. Which one do you like? And then All American Fare, Applebee's. I'm going to be so honest with you. I hate that place. Are you a fan? It's so funny. I love watching Survivor, and over the years, they would have like Applebee's must have sponsored. And when they would have, the food reward and they'd be like Applebee's. And I'd be like, man, I would have to be on Survivor to be stoked to getting Applebee's. There's that tea place that has the boba. So if you want a boba place, you're going to see on this drive that there's several that we'll notice. And then across the way is Rancho Family Medical Group. That's actually the medical group that my family is a part of. And we live in Murrieta, but Rancho Family Medical Group has really expanded. Like in the one of the other shopping centers that I drove through, there was another one they opened there too. So next we're going to go back out to Newport Road and come into this next little center. This is another one of those professional centers. This one's called Newport Commons. And you really can't see anything specific, but there's, again, healthcare providers, insurance people, and, all sorts of different, local professionals where you will go and visit them for that specific purpose. And you can see that parking is easy. So, and then right next to it, you'll notice when I flip around, there's a storage place. So if you are needing some storage while you are getting situated, or maybe you're buying a new home and it's not going to be ready yet and you want to put some stuff in there until you get to move in, there's one right there on Newport Road, which is really convenient. And then you can see a neighborhood there just on the other side. So that there is the storage unit facility, and we're going to head back out to Newport Road, and we're going to head to the next intersection, which is Bradley. And so if you live in like the Sun City portion of Menifee, you can come right down Bradley, right down Murrieta Road. You can see here, we're going to visit the Newport Plaza shopping center. So there's that storage place. We're going to take this turn lane and we're going to turn right on Bradley, and I'm going to have to flip around. You can also see that Powerhouse Gym. We're not going to pull in there, but they're just up to the right. But we're going to kind of go down Bradley here, and we're going to flip around, super naughty, and we're going to go pull into the next shopping center here, which is Sun City Plaza. Or rather, no, I'm sorry. We're going to go into Newport Plaza, and we're going to loop through. So like I said, this is on the corner of Bradley and Newport, and you've got this that says Big Brand Tires. So if you need to get your tires done or oil changed, there's several of those places all along Newport. So we saw one. This is another one. There's another one down the way more. You've got Indian food. You've got pizza. You've got more personal care. I mean, this is just your classic strip mall that's going to have all sorts of different things for you. You can get your nails done. You've got Carnitas Express. Yummy, yummy if you want some good Mexican food. And then it just loops around, again, donut and boba. So also in here, you've got a vet. I think we're going to kind of pass it here just in a second. That's another big question I get is people go, okay, where's the local vet? You've got little vets popped up all over the place. So whatever medical needs you have for you or medical needs you have for your fur babies, you will find it here. So now we're going to go back out again, and we're going to visit Sun City Plaza, which is that circle on the right. And then I don't even know what the other shopping center is called. I honestly just call it the Stater Brothers Shopping Center. There's no sign for it. When you Google it, there's no name that pops up. But here, this is the first one. So this is at the intersection for Murrieta Road and Newport. So again, you can take Murrieta Road to the right, and there's a lot of new construction I showed down there. So that's a really easy access. So again, as I mentioned, you can really easily get to all of this stuff without having to get on the freeway. You've got your Carl's Jr., you've got your Fitness 19. There's lots of gyms that are available here. That's another big thing for a lot of people. They'll say, okay, how close is the closest gym? And then you've got, a little hardware store there. You've got Dollar Tree. Oh my gosh, my 7-year-old, she loves going to Dollar Tree with grandma. It's so funny. They come back with all sorts of junk. I'm not saying that what's there is junk, but my daughter just loves trinkets. And then again, you've got all sorts of things. You've got the nail place. You've got the pizza place. You've got the postal annex. If you need a little P.O. box thing or you need to send off a FedEx or something, you're good to go. And yet another gas station. You've got AutoZone. And then when we go to the other shopping center, you're going to see, I can't remember if it's Pep Boys over there, but there's another AutoZone type place there. So if you need to pick up a part for the car, you've got access to all of that here. And then this street here, this is Murrieta Road. So I'm going to turn right, and I'm going to loop back around and kind of come in that side entrance where the Stater Brothers is. So from Murrieta Road, this is one of your closest major grocery stores. So Stater, I don't know what grocery stores you have where you're at if you're looking out of state, but Stater Brothers is one of our big ones. We've got Stater Brothers, we've got Vaughn's, we've got, Within the Kroger family, you've got Ralph's and Food for Less. Winco is really big here. There is a Winco at the north end of Menifee. But Stater Brothers, this is going to be the closest grocery store for you if you live like in Audie Murphy or if you live in Sun City. This is a really convenient one. And then you can see Del Taco there. We're going to loop through here. And in this shopping center, you've got some more healthcare. You've got a cleaner. You've got other little food places, another auto part store. So all of the typical, what I call strip mall providers, these are all local. So depending on whether or not you're on the south part of Menifee or the north part of Menifee, you have so many different options that are really convenient. When I'm talking with folks moving from out of the area, that's another thing they talk about is, how I want to be close to shops. I want to be close to conveniences. And that is definitely not going to be a problem here in Menifee. You're going to have, Pizza Factory. Pizza Factory is really good at partnering with schools, by the way, for fundraisers. Just good to know. And sports teams and things. So you can see a little, a nutrition shop and a donut shop right next door to the nutrition shop. It's super ironic. And O'Reilly Auto Parts. That's what I was thinking. It was Pep Boys. I'm sorry. So there's another auto parts spot. And we're going to head back out again. And now this is not the end of Newport Road. If you continue on to the right, you would get to Audie Murphy, which is a beautiful neighborhood. But I'm going to flip around and we're going to start heading back because there aren't any more shopping centers to the right until you get to Canyon Lake. But we're focusing on Newport Road. So you've got your Walgreens. So along here, you've got Walgreens, you've got CVS, whatever, drugstore is your preference, you're going to have it accessible here. And then to the right is, if you turn right on Murrieta Road, there's more new construction that we've sold in there. And if you keep going down or going along Newport or Murrieta Road, you would hit Scott Road, which turns into Bundy Canyon. And then if you go to the left of there, you could go back to the 215, or if you go to the right, you can get to the 15 freeway. So you've got another gas station and you've got all sorts of stuff in here. You've got the Jack in the Box. You've got different food providers. You've got another boba place. You've got everything that you need along here. I will often grab an iced tea from Jack in the Box. I love unsweetened iced tea. And when I am driving around and I'm with clients showing houses, I always have my water, but I love having a refreshing iced tea. You can see a Pilates place there, a Great Clips. If you just want to grab a quick haircut, you can do that. And then you've got IHOP, and look, another boba place. We really do like boba here. So I have another question for you. Are you more of an IHOP person or more of a Denny's person? I feel like those two kind of compete with each other. My husband, for some reason, he loves going to Denny's and he loves getting their value menu thing, I guess. I don't know. My kids always love going to IHOP with grandma, with my husband's mom, and they just love IHOP. Anywho, okay, so you can see you've got your Verizon store and everything. But we're going to head back out to Newport Road and we're going to continue on. And there's another little kind of random shopping center and then another gas station here to the right. Honestly, I don't even think that this has a name, but you've got your Popeyes chicken. Okay, there's another question for you. Are you a Popeyes or are you a KFC? Which one's your preference? I do love fried chicken. You know what? You know where I love to get fried chicken? Stater Brothers. They have the best fried chicken. If you didn't know that and you like fried chicken, okay, it's not something we should eat all the time. Oh, there's a car wash there to the left, right? That Tommy's, if you're wondering what it is, you can't really tell from the back. It's a car wash place. And then you've got another car service place. That place is always hopping, by the way. I live in Murrieta, so obviously I'm not going to drive all the way over to Menifee to get my car worked on. But this place is always busy. So I am guessing they do really, good work. And just behind this area is that Primrose and Orchid neighborhood, which is another really beautiful 55 plus community. So there to the right here, this is Winterhawk. There's non 55 plus neighborhoods, but there's also that 55 plus neighborhood. But yeah, so then you've got the gas station here to the right. So back to my thing about fried chicken. Shouldn't eat all the time, but if you like fried chicken and you're taking something to a picnic or something, just know Stater Brothers has amazing fried chicken. So we are going to head back out here, and there's another little kind of random center here. Again, I don't think it even has a name. You've got the McDonald's. You can get in and out from that entrance there, but I'm actually going to loop through here just so you can see the other little portion of here, of this shopping center. You've got the Arco gas station there on the corner, which we're going to end up coming back out that way. And the CVS is beyond as well. But to the right here, you've got McDonald's. And then you have this little strip mall, which has, you'll see here in a minute, there's a paint store and there's a braces place and there's a donuts place. But you've got your Mickey D's. So if you want to have your nuggies or whatever, you can get that here. I have definitely met with clients to go look at new construction, and they'll text me from one to the other and go, we're driving through Mickey D's. The kids want some nuggies. So either they'll go to Chick-fil-A or they'll go to McDonald's or whatever. I will tell you, when you're looking at new construction with me and you've got the kids and it's an all-day affair, you definitely want to be prepared with snacks. So there's that paint store. And you've got the braces place, and then you've got the Dunkin' Donuts. The Dunkin' Donuts by me, it's actually Wildomar. I'm right on the border of Murrieta and Wildomar. That one also has a Baskin Robbins attached to it. And I love Baskin Robbins. Their Jamocha Almond Fudge is my favorite. But we're going to come back out here, and you can see CVS Pharmacy there. So I told you, whether or not you need Walgreens or CVS or whatever your preferred drugstore is, it will be available to you. And we're right on the intersection of Newport and Bradley here. So if you recall, I pointed out that the gym, the Powerhouse Gym, is on the other side. Okay, so heading back out, now we're going to go to Center Point Shopping Center, which I honestly just call the Sprouts Shopping Center because that's where the Sprouts is. And as we approach it, you're going to see the Wendy's is there, and you've got Olive Garden. There are a couple of food places in here that I'm going to point out to you. There's a place in here that has really yummy salads that I will go to and meet with one of my girlfriends, Gina. She and I love that place for salads. So as we turn in, you're going to see the Sprouts right ahead of you. So Sprouts is kind of like the equivalent to Whole Foods. We don't have a Whole Foods in this area. That is another question that I will get from folks. We don't have a Whole Foods in our area, but Sprouts is equally as good, and you'll be able to get everything that you're looking for that you would be able to get at Whole Foods. So you've got your Olive Garden, you've got your Wendy's, and then we're going to loop through and drive past the Sprouts, and then you're going to see more stuff on the left-hand side. So if you like, your organic food, or, you're super particular about, what you're putting in your body, then Sprouts is probably going to be your best, large chain option in regards to grocery stores. Otherwise, you've got the Stater Brothers, and you've got the Super Target, which is closer to the freeway. Had to let this lovely lady go past. Okay, so along here, you've got your nail place, you've got a little ice cream shop. Kumon, gosh, my son has absolutely benefited from Kumon. If you need that extra tutoring, that's a great place to go to. And then Tacos and Tequila. I have not been there yet, but some really sweet clients of mine who moved here from Colorado and they bought in the Trellis community She was saying that place is really yummy. So as we continue through, you'll see that Urban Cafe. That's the place that I love to go to for a yummy salad. They've got really yummy sandwiches and salads. It feels very fresh. They also have delicious chocolate chip cookies. And then you've got a ramen place and a couple of other options there. And then yet again, you've got, you've got Western Dental and Orthodontics, and then a Sleep Number if you want to have a very, very comfortable bed. My husband has always wanted to have a Sleep Number bed. I can't justify it. Let me know if you have one and if you like it. And then we're going to go into one more shopping center before we finish. And again, at the very end by the freeway, make sure to watch the videos where I did tour those two shopping centers specifically. So in Menifee Town Center, that big building up to the right is the Justice Center that is on the newer side. So they built that. It's wonderful how Menifee has just grown and developed, and they're putting in more and more infrastructure. And then there isn't a way to properly turn around here, but it's good because I wanted to point out to you anyway. Here's the Fairfield Hotel. And this is the hotel that a lot of folks, when they come and tour the area with me, often in new construction, and they're coming from out of state, I will recommend this particular hotel because it is so centrally located and convenient. And then we will typically meet at this little shopping center right here where there's a Starbucks, and they'll come with me and we'll go look at homes. But it's just really great because they can stay here. They're local to everything. They're close to all the shops. They can really get a feel for what the area is like while they're out visiting and touring the area with me. And this is just a tiny little shopping center. You've got the Starbucks. You're going to see there's like a poke bowl place. There's a Dave's Hot Chicken. I have not tried it yet. I don't know why. The chicken places, I don't know. I told you I love fried chicken. Chronic Tacos, that's, kind of a popular, trendy taco place. But there's all sorts of little food places. And this is the last center. And like I said, there's the two main hubs. So make sure to watch those videos too. But you can see there's everything that you need all along Newport Road, and we'll tour some other ones on another time. I hope this drive helped make Menifee feel a little more familiar and gave you a clearer picture of what day-to-day life looks like here. I help a lot of people relocate to this area, and one of the things they often tell me they appreciate is having a better understanding of everyday living, where they'll shop, run errands, and spend their time before they ever move. It takes a lot of the mystery out of the process and makes everything feel more tangible. If you're thinking about moving to the area and have questions about neighborhoods, convenience, or what life here might look like for you, I would love to be a resource and help you find a home that truly fits your lifestyle. I would love to be your guide for all things Temecula Valley. We'll see you on the next video.